What's up, everyone? It's Adrian from Adrian's Awesome Accumulation. Today we're going to do a bit of a different type of model kit review. It's going to be what I believe it's called mecha musume, but I like to call them cyber girls. There's a whole bunch of them, these types of model kits, like android, robot type, cyber girl type of characters. So yeah, so we're gonna take a break from the Can Squad units. I still have two more of those to build, but today we're gonna be doing something different. This is a bit of an older model kit, but it's brand new to me. I just built it, and it's a really cool one. So let's start off with the box art. All right, so as you guys can see, it's really nice box art. You have the character right there, front and center, and the artwork looks really nice. From close up, I would say the face doesn't look as good, but from right here watching it like on the screen, her face looks pretty good right there on the art. But yeah, you can see she has like a sniper rifle. She has her helmet that she's holding in her hand, as you can see on the model kit right here to your left. Um, she has the helmet on, so you could have her with the helmet on or helmet off. But yeah, so it's the CF01, and then you can see right here on the side, it says Vivian Heya. Right there, Vivian Heya, I think that's her name. Full action plastic model kit, Fox long range striker unit. And on the top, you can see Nuke Matrix, the logos, part of the Fantasy Girls series. And let me bring the box over here so you guys can see. All right, so yeah, so there's different body parts and stuff. So that's cool. This is the front view right here, and then there's the rear view, and then over here you can see like range of movement. So that's pretty neat. Again, more product shot of like what you can actually get the poses and stuff. On the side, it's just gonna be more like box art right there. On this side, you have her armored unit, which is like how I have her posed right now. Got the front view and the rear view, and then all the cool stuff that she comes with right there. All right, so that's basically the box art. And now let me show you a close-up of this model kit because it is really cool. All right, so here we have it. And yeah, man, this is a really cool model kit. I really like her armored look. Most of all, it just looks really cool. I really like that helmet. The helmet looks nice. I like the clear, purple plastic. It just looks really cool. And then you can see like the red, like little mono eye in there. That's like, you could just, that comes separate. You actually put that on, and that's like really cool detail. I like that. You see her helmet looks really cool. You can see the silver. The silver was actually black. I kind of painted that. So yeah, there's like gonna be some like details that you need to paint and stuff, but overall it looks pretty cool. But yeah, such a cool model kit. And this is her armored version again, like I said, because I think she just looks super cool. And yeah, and I like this like cross weapon that she comes with, which is really neat. It's like the cross weapon is basically one of the reasons I bought this model kit. I was just like, there's just not a lot of characters, that comes with like cross type weapons. So I was just like, this looks really cool. So I got that. All right, so put her back, and then we'll go over her accessories and stuff. See you in a bit. All right, guys, we're back, and look at all the accessories that she comes with. You guys, she comes with a lot of stuff, so it is highly, really customizable. So let's get started. All right, so here we have, of course, this is the human head, and it looks really nice. I like the printed faces. It comes with 3. This is a bit of the mean one, and it comes with 2 other ones right here. You can see this is like a nice smiling version right here, and then you got you got like a little like sad kind of like surprised distressed version right here, kind of like the like the blush and the little like sweat mark on the top. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, and you can like swap these faces out. I'll show you like how to do that later. I don't think I want to like I kind of like this mean face right now, but yeah, but like, and she also comes with like separate like hair pieces. You can see right here, and this is basically these parts right here. So if you don't want like these like little mechanical devices on her head, you could like switch them out for like these hair pieces, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So you just basically remove these head pieces right here. And they always fall. But yeah, you take that out. And then at this point, you could like take off the face and put one of these faces. But for right now, we're just gonna put in the normal hair because I kind of like the way she looks right here with her angry face. And then you just slide that like so. You got the other hair piece. And bam. And then you get the middle part. Where'd the middle part go? All right, I couldn't find the middle part, but like it was right here. It's just connected to the side piece. My bad. I was like, it was lost for me. Okay, so here's the middle part, and then you just put this in right there, and then we got like then we got the hair piece without those little mechanical bits, and there she goes. And then just let me take this. Let me take the cross off of her. So it'll be easier to, well, let me take the backpack out. So it'll be easier to like, you know, put these things. And then you just take off her wolf head. And then see how she looks with her actual face. All right, kind of cool. You know, I actually haven't had this face with like this body. You know, I had it with the more, you know, mechanical one. But gotta say, she looks pretty cool. You know, ready for battle. So there's that. Let's see if we can have her stand over here. Probably not. Because I moved her. I took off the cross, which was balancing her. But let's see. Oh, there we go. That looks cool. All right. So, and then we got, you know, different pieces. We got a different chest piece right here. So you could take this off for like, right here she has the armored look. So you could take that off. Let me see. I actually haven't, like, let's see if I can take this off. Oh, dang. Okay, so that part came off a little bit. Let me see if it's the whole piece that comes off. Yeah. Okay, so and then we take this and then we put, yeah, right. So here she goes with her different chest piece on. So we took off this armored piece right here, and then we just replaced it with this piece. So yeah, so you can have her with some, you know, like cleavage showing. So that's pretty cool. And then you got a different body part right here. This is, you know, more mechanical, you know, like more android kind of like robot look. And for this, you just want to like take this like middle piece like body part right here and put this in. This one I'm not gonna like show you guys how it's done because I have to like you know, separate the bottom half right here, like basically her like underwear part, and it doesn't come off as easily as the rest. So but yeah, so this one you would just like have it right there and then connect it to like her top half, and she would have like a more mechanical, you know, like robotic android type of look, which is pretty cool. Maybe I'll like slip in a picture of like when I had that done, and I'll show you guys that because that does look actually really, really nice. All right, so next we got here our different mechanical arms. Again, this is more of the unarmored look, but this is really cool too. So right here, you just pop off her arms from her like shoulder piece, and then you just slip these on. Actually, that's the wrong way. This one, just slip that in right there, and then she has, you know, like these different mechanical arms right here. And these are kind of loose. These kind of like fall out. Like they're not as tight as the other ones, so they're kind of like all loosey-goosey and stuff. So let's take off a hand right here, and then let's just slide this in right there. As you can see, the hand's already sliding off, but there you go. See, wielding a gun. Cool, kind of looking like this Rambo look to her. But we got that. Then you got these little like kind of like wrist pieces, which they're not for these arms, but let me see the arm that I just took off. See right here, They're like these little wrist pieces. There's like different ones. This one's kind of like the same, but for the right hand. But this is like one I have on, and this is just for like when she's the gun that she's holding right here. It has like a little attachment, as you can see, like basically this part right here, and that would just connect right on the bottom here. So like the gun is straightened. But yeah, see how loose this is. That's why I prefer the other arms. But yeah, and she comes with basically different parts of like those little wrist pieces. Let me see. She comes with these ones if you don't want to attach anything. They're just like right here for like the wrist joint. So you'll like take this off and then just attach this one, and it'll be like that. Or she comes with these ones right here, and these ones you could just attach like little weapons that she comes with and stuff, like this little knife. See, you would just attach that like so, and then she would have it like on her arm, and it would just be attached right there. All right, let's see what else she comes with. She also comes with 2 different pairs of legs right here. So these are more mechanical type legs, and these are pretty cool because they have like these crazy articulation. You see, like when I bend this right here, this little like shield piece also moves, so that's pretty cool. But also when you bend at like the knee, you got this like little like kind of like lever right here. That's like a little hydraulic type of lever type thing, and that's pretty neat because it just looks really mechanical, right? Like, yeah, like robotic. It just looks super cool. I just keep on doing that. But yeah, that's pretty neat. Let me see. A little piece fell off here from the back. Let's see if I can attach this really quick. I think it goes this way. All right, yeah. Yeah, so let's actually take off one leg and show you how that looks. All right, let's take off this one. We'll put this on. And there we go. See, she's like mismatching. She's got, one unarmored mechanical hand and then one unarmored, mechanical leg right here. And these are also kind of loose. That's the only thing I don't like about them, but they look really cool again. Silly. So like, she could bend and then look at that cool articulation. That's pretty neat. I like that. So that's pretty cool. And then the feet are different, of course. Right here, she has more like fox type of feet. And then over here, she has more like those like kind of like robot type of feet, and with like these little bars for like the foot or the toes and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like a different look. So when it comes time to like having her the way you're gonna pose her, you can like mix match. You can do crazy stuff, crazy stuff. All right, so let's see what else she comes with. Let's see her hands real fast. So she comes with so many pairs of hands. Let's see. First, we got these pointing hands right here. So that's pretty cool. And also it can like double as grabbing hands, right? So that's pretty cool. And then you got 2 peace sign hands. This is probably for like, the happy face and stuff like that. So you got that. That's cool. And we got 2 closed fists. And then you can mix and match these, of course. So any type of look you want. And then we got 2 kind of like open hands, but not so open, kind of slightly open hands. And then you got your 2 open palm hands. So yeah, lots of hands, so lots of customization stuff. Again, this is the other unarmored arm piece, and then another wrist piece right here. And then this little piece right here is for the gun. As you can see, this is like one of her other guns. This is like a short type of gun, and it's basically this little piece right here. But yeah, so these are the guns. They look really cool. They're like small little like machine guns, but then you can attach like this one the one that she has on right here has an attachment, which is, you know, like basically this piece right here. So like more of a sniper rifle look. And this one, I have like this bigger piece of like purple, like, you know, like screen or something like that. So that's why this one's like extra, because this one's a longer one, because this is like, I have this one as the sniper rifle. And so this attachment makes it look bigger, but it also comes with a different attachment. This one right here. And I'll show you how to do that right now. So let's take this gun off her arm. I think I can keep that on. All right, so let's see if I remember how to do this. Yeah. Do I take this piece off? I think I kind of forgot how to do that. I think I do. Yeah. Okay, I take that piece off, and then we put this on, and bam, there we go. We've got like a big sniper rifle right here, and that looks pretty cool. So this silver right here, I kind of painted it on. It's kind of like, it was just more of like a neutral gray, kind of like let me see, like where's the other gun? Yeah, so it was kind of like this color right here, which is still silver, but like, you know, the silver that I painted on, you know, makes it like a little bit shinier. So I kind of like that. So yeah, I mean, that's a really cool weapon. I just really like the way that looks. That's pretty neat. And it comes with even more attachments. So you got this piece right here, which attaches to the bottom right here. And then you can open this up and bend these down. You got to be careful with these, because these are kind of finicky. They kind of like come off really fast. So see, that one almost came off. So you just bend them down like so. And then you got to stand. So like you could have her like laying down, you know, like the arm up, and then just have her like pose like she's like sniping from like afar, you know, like she's like in her area just waiting for someone to come by, and then so that's pretty neat. Let's put that back on her. Actually, let's take this arm off first, because with this arm, that gun is gonna fall off. So where's the other arm? Here we go. Okay, yeah, much tighter fit. Okay, let's see, we put this on, and then I was telling you this little clip right here pegs into her wrist piece right there, so the gun is straightened. And then yeah, see, now the arm doesn't bend, and she's like shooting it. She could have it like full on outstretched, you know, bam bam. So that's pretty neat. And then again, you could like you could just bend these back, hopefully they don't fall off. And then yeah, so like when she doesn't have it like resting on the ground and stuff. So yeah, pretty cool weapon, gotta say. Really like that. That's awesome. All right, let's see what other stuff she comes with. So these are attachments for the cross right here. So let me see. It's right now, I have it attached to the backpack because I thought that looked pretty cool. But yeah, so these you could just attach right here in the front or in the back, and basically this is a handle for her to like actually hold the cross. So that's pretty cool. And then you also have another one. You have this one, which is just kind of like ornamental, right? If you don't want to have it handled, and you just put that there, make it look cool, like either vertical or horizontal, whichever way you want. This is the one I had on before. It's another kind of like piece, and this one's actually for like, it comes with another little like accessory right here, which I haven't opened because I don't think I'm ever gonna use it. But yeah, so like you basically put this right here, and then you have this one in the front, and it's kind of like a little like, it'll be like a little barrier type of thing. But I don't think I'm ever gonna have it with this, so that's why I still have that in the bag. So yeah, there's those pieces. Oh, speaking of like extra pieces, you know, for this part of the body right here, the more mechanical, you know, like torso area, it comes with this little clear piece that you could put in and then you're gonna like put this under the clear piece, and it'll look like, you know, like, like a clear, like maybe like glass or something, like see-through and stuff. But I didn't put it on because I didn't like the way it looked. So I mean, I never opened it, but like I kind of like just the way it looked by itself. So there's that. And also, she comes with like, now that I'm showing you the things that I never opened, decals. So like you can like put like on the back here, these are like decals to like put on her, like, armor and stuff. So make it like the details pop and stuff. I just didn't do it because I was like, by the time I built her, I was already tired, and I was like, I don't want to do all that stuff. But you have different eyes, and this is for 4 different other faceplates that she comes with. So there's that. So like if you don't like the ones like these ones right here, you could get these and then customize, like your own decals. And then this little dot is the one that was in the fox helmet right here. So yeah, hold on, you guys. All right, sorry about that, you guys. The camera was running out. Also, this is another little thing that she comes with. It is another little attachment. This is for a tail, which I don't believe I showed you yet. So this is her tail, and this just clips to the bottom down here. And this is basically, to like help her to like stand. You connect this to like the stand, and so like she doesn't fall over for like some kind of pose that you want. But yeah, it connects to there. So this is her tail, and her tail looks really cool. And the tail also has some articulation. You can open this up, which I have no idea why. Like it doesn't, like, looking at the box art, it doesn't like show like why this would open or not. Maybe I think it's like for balancing reasons, but like I guess if you use your imagination, you could shoot like a beam from her tail or something like that. But this attaches to her lower back right here. So you got that, see, and then it opens. I would think it's like for balancing, but yeah. And then this can move all the way up, move down, and then it's also like articulated a little bit over here, so like you can even have it all the way up or all the way down. So there's that. So yep, there's the tail. And then we have her like sitting down on her tail. All right, and then we have some extra pieces over here. So we got these little like bar pieces, which I showed you on one of the legs, which is this one right here. See, so this one's kind of clear, as you guys can see, right? Like a clear type of plastic. This one's just like a more like silvery look. So yeah, you got 2 options for that. I went for the more clear one because I thought that looked pretty cool, the shinier one. But there's also like these, like solid like gray gunmetal just type color ones. So there's that. It comes with 2 of them right here. And then we got these 2, stomach pieces. This is like a back piece. This is the front piece, and this is for her stomach area. So like when I was building her, I give you like options. You can go for like this armored kind of look right here, for like the abs right here. You can see this one was like more armored. I could have opted to put this one in, or actually like this, and this one to have her showing like skin, right? So there's that. Highly customizable. And then again, this was the back part. So I have this more like silvery type of one, but there's that. And then there's also more of like a bodysuit one, if you would not want the armor and just have it like, like showing her stomach, but like, under the bodysuit. So there's that piece right there. And then you got these pieces right here. This is for like the side right here. So yeah, so this is more of like the bodysuit color. So like, you mix and match. So I went for more of like an armored stomach with like skin showing on the side, but you could have it like, the bodysuit showing on the side. And it comes with 2 of those, of course, for the right and the left side. And then you got these pieces, which I'm not sure where these go. I would think they're like part for like the cleavage area right here on the chest. That's what I believe they'd be for, but I'm not entirely sure. So you got this one, which is kind of like, big. And then you got this one, which is small. I think it's to do with like like her chest area, but I'm not entirely sure. I have to go back in the instructions and figure out where these goes. But yeah, there's a bigger one and a smaller one of those, and then you got these pieces right here, which is basically pieces for her neck. If you can see, let me take off the head real fast. See right here, this is more of like, that bodysuit type of color neck that I gave her, but like, see, this is like the piece right here, so you could have it more of like a skin type. So if you want her neck to be more like skin, like her neck skin showing, there's that. And then there's this piece right here, which is, where you attach the faceplate. And, this is also like, this is such a small detail, but like, yeah, this is this piece right here. So this is part of like, the neck too, I guess. Like her head is like mechanical, the back of her head is mechanical, but like if you want, you could have this, also attached right here instead of the dark piece, and with the neck skin color attached to this. So like all the way to like the neck to her head, leading up will be, skin and not, the mechanical body. So there's that. And then we got these pieces right here, which are, skin colored, shoulder pieces. And these are like these pieces right here where the hand is attached to. Let's see. Basically that little piece right there. So that, let me just get the other one. That can also be skin colored. So that is everything she comes with. Well, not everything, I lied. She comes with these. This is for the stand, of course. These are extra. This is the stand that she comes with. It's a pretty sturdy stand. I like it. It's not like, not like decorative or anything. It's just like, kind of clear and stuff, but it's really sturdy. And for this figure, or like this model kit, which I just knocked over, you're gonna need a sturdy stand for like all the cool poses that you're gonna put her in. So there's that, and I'll be right back with the poses that she can do. See you guys in a bit. Pose 1, not so easily acquired. Pose 2, agility. Pose 3, mismatched. Pose 4, in my sights. Pose 5, glory to God. All right, you guys, and there's the review for the Fox Long Range Striker unit. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. God bless, and bye.